Beloved soul, you are far more powerful than you've been taught to believe. You are not a prisoner of your circumstances. You are the creator of your world. When you were born, the universe whispered into your heart, you are limitless. Today, I invite you to rise above that illusion. Today, you remember the truth. You do not have to accept reality. You can create a new one. That is the secret of the super rich. That is the magic of the law of assumption. Reality is not fixed. It is not something you are stuck with. It is not a wall you must push against or a prison you are meant to live in. Reality is soft clay in your hands. It shifts, changes, and molds itself in response to your inner world, your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations. And you, dear soul, are the potter. You are the artist of your own life, and every thought you think is a stroke of your brush, a curve of your hand, a pattern forming in the clay of your experience. The world you see around you, your bank account, your relationships, your career, your health, it is not permanent. It is a reflection of what you have been thinking, assuming, and accepting. But the beauty of this truth is that at any moment, you can begin again. You can choose to create something new. When you understand that reality is malleable, you no longer feel helpless. You no longer wake up dreading what's to come or thinking this is just the way it is. Instead, you begin to realize, this is what I've allowed, but I can shape it differently. I can call in abundance. I can call in love. I can call in joy. Just as a potter sits at the wheel and gently molds clay into a beautiful vase or a strong bowl, you shape your reality with every assumption you hold. If you believe life is hard, life responds with difficulty. If you believe money is scarce, money hides from you. But when you assume that you are worthy, when you hold the belief that abundance is natural and joy is your birthright, life becomes soft and pliable. It begins to shape itself around your assumptions. There is nothing more powerful than a person who chooses their thoughts deliberately. You are not here to react to the world. You are here to create it. And creation begins not with your hands, but with your mind, with your heart, with the quiet, powerful whispers that say, I am ready for more. I am ready to live as the highest version of myself. This is not about pretending. It is not about running away from what is. It is about choosing to rise above it. Choosing to say, I see what is happening, but I no longer give it power. You are not a passive observer in your life. You are the potter, and the clay is always listening. If there is lack in your life right now, do not resist it. Do not fight it. A potter does not get angry at the clay. Instead, they gently press, smooth, and guide it. You do the same with your reality. You acknowledge what's in front of you, and then you lovingly, powerfully begin to reshape it. You affirm new truths. You assume new outcomes. You hold visions of what you desire, and you do not let go. This is how the rich become richer, not just in money, but in mind, in spirit, in confidence. They assume wealth as their natural state. They walk, breathe, and move through the world as if everything they desire is already theirs. And because reality is malleable, because it responds to energy, not effort, life bends to meet them there. You can do the same. You do not have to hustle your way into abundance. You do not have to beg, chase, or plead. All you need is a firm inner knowing. All you need is the willingness to assume that what you desire is already yours, and act accordingly, speak accordingly, think accordingly. Imagine your future like a beautiful piece of art. The colors, the shape, the feeling, it's all waiting to be formed. No one else can shape it for you. No one else can tell you what it should look like. This is your masterpiece. You are the potter. You are the artist. You are the creator. There may be moments when doubt creeps in. That's okay. Gently remind yourself, even if I can't see it yet, I am still creating. Even if it hasn't appeared, it is already on its way. I trust the clay is taking form. I trust that reality is responding. You are never at the mercy of life. You are not stuck. You are not too late, and you are not asking for too much. You are simply learning to work with the truth that your outer world reflects your inner assumptions. And from this moment forward, you get to choose better ones. Hold your vision softly but with conviction. Assume your wealth. Assume your success. Assume your worthiness. Let the clay bend beneath your hands and begin to take the shape of your dreams. Wealth begins in the mind long before it arrives in the bank. It is not something we chase, it is something we allow, something we embody, something we breathe in and out with calm certainty. You do not become rich by forcing the world to give you more. You become rich by assuming with every fiber of your being that wealth is already yours. You allow the feeling of abundance to settle into your heart, your body, your breath, until it becomes as natural to you as the rising sun. Every breath is an opportunity to remind yourself, I am wealthy now, I am not waiting, I am not lacking, I am not hoping, I am. This moment is enough. This breath carries the vibration of a rich, fulfilled life. When you truly understand this, you begin to release the need to strive, to worry, to compete. You no longer look outside of yourself for validation or permission to prosper. You don't need someone to give you an opportunity. You are the opportunity. You don't need evidence to believe. You believe, and the evidence arrives. To assume wealth is to embody the energy of someone who knows they are taken care of, who walks through life with a deep, grounded trust in their own abundance. It is the quiet confidence that says, I know who I am, I know what I attract, I know what I deserve. You begin to make decisions from a place of overflow, not desperation. You speak differently, you walk differently, you even breathe differently. You no longer say, I can't afford that. You say, that's not aligned for me right now, but I bless it and know that more is on the way. You no longer live in reaction to your current circumstances. Instead, you live from the truth you are cultivating within. I am wealthy beyond measure. I always have more than enough. This assumption is not just a mental exercise. It is a state of being, and like anything else, it takes practice. You begin by imagining how it would feel to already have the life you desire. Not just the numbers in the bank, but the emotions, the peace, the freedom, the joy. You let those feelings fill your body as if they are already here. How would you carry yourself if you knew without question that wealth was already yours? How would you breathe? How would you treat yourself? How would you spend your time? Would you rush, panic, or shrink yourself? Or would you slow down, trust, and expand into your fullness? Each day you take a few moments to inhale that version of yourself. Breathe in her confidence. Breathe in her ease. Breathe in her luxury. Let your imagination become your reality, because when you assume something deeply enough, consistently enough, lovingly enough, it begins to show up in the physical world. Life starts to align with your inner blueprint. You are not faking it. You are remembering who you are before the world convinced you to settle for less. You were not born to struggle. You were not born to play small. You were born with the energy of the universe pulsing through your veins. And that energy is abundant. That energy is always seeking to express more, not less. Assuming wealth is about shifting from I hope to I know. It's letting go of timelines and trusting that what you desire is already in motion. You stop obsessing over how or when and focus on embodying the feeling now. Because when you feel wealthy, you act wealthy. And when you act wealthy, you attract the people, situations, and miracles that match that frequency. Say it softly, say it strongly, say it until your cells believe it. I am already wealthy. It's not about the possessions. It's about the mindset. It's about the inner peace that comes from knowing that you are always supported by life, that there is no scarcity in the universe, that lack is just a belief and beliefs can be changed. So with each breath, reaffirm the truth. With each step, walk like someone who trusts her path. With each decision, choose like someone who is already blessed beyond measure. And when doubt arises, as it will, you gently bring yourself back. You remind yourself, I do not need to see it to believe it. I believe it, and then I see it. My breath is powerful. My thoughts are magnetic. My energy is divine. I assume wealth not because I'm forcing it, but because it is already who I am. Breathe in prosperity, exhale fear. Breathe in confidence, exhale doubt. Breathe in the version of you who knows she's already rich. And then watch with calm delight as the world around you begins to mirror the truth you've always carried within. The secret to transforming your life lies in a quiet but powerful truth. You must learn to ignore what is and focus on what will be. Not because you're in denial, but because you're choosing a higher truth. You're no longer giving all your energy to what is currently happening around you because you understand that your present reality is simply a reflection of your past thinking. And you, my dear, are no longer living from the past. You are now choosing to live from the future, the one you desire, the one you are creating, the one you already feel in your heart. You are no longer reacting to the current picture. You are shaping the next one. You are a deliberate creator, and that means you don't need to fixate on what you see in front of you. You don't need to explain it, defend it, or get stuck in it. You simply acknowledge it as temporary, and you redirect your focus. What is just clay. Soft, moldable, and easily reshaped by the power of your thoughts, your assumptions, and your imagination. But to shape it, you must take your eyes off it. You must stop repeating the old story. You must stop telling everyone what isn't working. Because every time you affirm the current struggle, you breathe more life into it. The more you focus on the now, the more you get more of the saying. The more you talk about what isn't going right, the more it solidifies. And yet, when you focus on what will be, when you dare to see beyond your circumstances and choose to feel the future now, the universe begins to reorganize itself in your favor. It starts slowly at first. A shift in how you feel when you wake up, a burst of inspiration in the middle of the day, a moment of peace despite what's happening around you. These are the early signs that your focus is shifting. And as you persist, as you continue to place your energy on the life you desire rather than the one you're living, everything starts to change. This is not about ignoring your responsibilities. It's not about pretending that pain doesn't exist. It's about realizing that you do not have to stay there, that you are not a victim of your reality, that you hold the power to rise above it, to imagine something new, and to believe in it so deeply that it becomes your truth. When you shift your focus from what is to what will be, your energy becomes magnetic. You are no longer resisting the present. You are simply choosing to invest in the future. And this choice brings peace. This choice brings clarity. This choice brings momentum. You can feel poor and keep attracting struggle, or you can assume wealth. even when your wallet says otherwise, and begin to align with prosperity. You can feel lonely and keep attracting more isolation. Or you can assume love, connection, and joy and call them in through your focus. Everything changes when you stop reacting to the visible world and start responding to the invisible one, the world of thought, energy, and belief. This is where creation begins. This is where power lives. This is where you get to write a new story. It's okay if no one else sees it yet. It's okay if the people around you don't understand your vision. You're not living for their approval. You're living in alignment with your truth. You're building something bigger than what your current circumstances suggest. You're not trapped. You're transforming. So when doubt creeps in, you gently return to your vision. When fear rises, you close your eyes and feel the future again. You see yourself living in abundance, walking in confidence, loving fully, succeeding without force. And you stay there. You persist in that vision, even if everything around you says otherwise. The present moment is not your prison. It's just a reflection. It's a mirror showing you who you were, not who you're becoming. And the more you focus on the becoming, the more the mirror changes. You are not here to live in reaction. You are here to lead with vision. You are here to rise above what is and breathe life into what will be. And it all starts with where you place your focus. So let it be on joy, let it be on peace, let it be on success, abundance, love, and freedom. Let your mind rest in the feeling of what's coming. Let your heart beat in rhythm with your desires. And let every word you speak be aligned with the life you are stepping into. Ignore what is, not because it doesn't exist, but because you are the one shaping what comes next. And what comes next is beautiful. Your life is not defined by what you see, it is defined by what you believe. The most powerful changes you will ever create won't begin outside of you. They will begin in your mind, in your heart, and most of all, in your inner vision. This is the sacred space where your dreams first take form. This is where transformation begins, not with effort or struggle, but with quiet, intentional thought. Your inner vision is your greatest tool. It is the place where limitation disappears and infinite possibility begins. It's not fantasy, it's not make-believe, it's creation. Every great achievement, every healed heart, every miracle has begun with someone who dared to see it inside themselves before it ever existed in the world. You are no different. You have this same gift. And you can use it to build a life that reflects the truth of who you are, not the old stories, not the past pain, not the voices that tried to tell you what you couldn't do, but the truth that lives within your soul, the truth that whispers, there is more, there is beauty, there is abundance, and it is already yours. When you close your eyes and turn inward, you step into the role of creator. You begin to paint a new picture, not with paint or canvas, but with imagination and faith. And as you do this daily, lovingly, consistently, you send a powerful message to life. This is who I am now. This is the reality I choose. You don't need to know how it will happen. You don't need to force it. You only need to see it, feel it, and trust it. Because life responds to the vibration you carry, not the circumstances you're stuck in. When your inner vision becomes stronger than your outer world begins to shift. If you want love, close your eyes and see yourself loved. Not in the future, but now. See yourself waking up in peace, smiling with gratitude, surrounded by warmth and joy. If you want wealth, close your eyes and see yourself in total ease, bills paid, desires met, freedom flowing to you effortlessly. If you want healing, See yourself strong, whole, energized. See yourself walking in the sunlight of complete well-being. The mind does not know the difference between what is imagined and what is real. So when you imagine something clearly enough, often enough, and emotionally enough, your entire system begins to respond. You begin to feel like the person who already has that life. And once you feel it, you begin to act like it, speak like it. And that is when the change happens, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. Your inner vision holds the blueprint, and the more you return to it, the more the outer world must begin to match it. This is the power you've always had, even if no one ever taught you how to use it. This is how you release yourself from waiting. You're not waiting for the world to change. You're changing first. Use your vision as your compass. When the world feels chaotic, go within. When your heart feels heavy, go within. When nothing seems to be working, don't panic, just go within. Close your eyes and return to your truth. The truth that says you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are safe to create a new reality. Let this vision become your home. Visit it daily. Feed it with faith. Let it grow roots deep into your being. Because what you hold inside will always find its way into form. Sometimes through paths you expect. Sometimes through miracles you never saw coming. Trust your inner world more than your outer circumstances. Trust what you are building more than what you are seeing. You do not need permission to believe in a better life. You do not need anyone else to understand it. All you need is the courage to hold your vision with love, even when the world tells you to give up. You are not rebuilding your life, you are reimagining it. And that is far more powerful. Every day, affirm, I am building a new life from the inside out. My vision is clear, my heart is open, my belief is strong, and everything is aligning in my favor. Breathe that in, feel it settle into your body, let it become your truth. Because once you see it clearly within, the rest is already on its way. There is a beautiful freedom that comes when you release your grip on how everything is supposed to happen. When you let go of the need to control every step, every detail, and every outcome. You create space for miracles. You create space for the universe to do what it does best, guide you, support you, and align everything perfectly on your behalf. You do not need to know the how. That is not your job. Your job is to know the what and to feel it with such certainty that it becomes your new vibration. The how is the work of life, of divine intelligence, of infinite love, and it always knows the way. Trying to figure it all out will only slow you down. It creates resistance. It feeds doubt. It makes you feel like you must earn or chase what is already yours. And that is not the truth. You are not here to struggle or to force. You are here to align. You are here to feel your desires as already done and trust that life is moving with you. Trust is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. But trust can only flow when you release the need to micromanage the journey. The path you imagine may not be the path that serves you best. Sometimes things fall apart so something better can fall into place. Sometimes delays are divine protection, and sometimes what you think is a step back is actually the setup for something far greater. When you detach from the how, you allow your heart to stay open, you stay in a state of receiving, you stop demanding evidence and start celebrating the feeling. You begin to act as if what you desire is already in motion, because it is. Your energy is the signal, and the universe is always listening. You might not see the signs right away. That's okay. Keep going. Keep trusting. Keep flowing. Because everything you've asked for, everything you've visualized is already on its way. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of alignment. And alignment comes from ease, not pressure. From faith, not fear. Breathe deeply. You are safe to let go. You are safe to stop pushing. You are safe to stop asking, but how will this happen? You are not lost. You are not behind. You are right on time. When you find yourself getting anxious or impatient, gently return to the present moment. Ask yourself, what am I being guided to do now? Maybe it's resting. Maybe it's making a phone call. Maybe it's simply taking a walk. The steps may seem small, but they are always meaningful. Life does not require giant leaps. It only asks for your trust and your willingness to follow the next gentle nudge. And when nothing seems to be happening, know this: things are happening behind the scenes. Energy is shifting. Conversations are unfolding. Doors are being prepared. You do not need to see it for it to be real. You only need to believe that it's already working out. You are not alone on this journey. Life is partnering with you. It wants your expansion. It celebrates your desires. It delights in your joy. And the more you surrender the need to control, the more joyful and light your path becomes. Imagine yourself floating in a gentle river. You are safe. You are supported. You are being carried. The more you trust the current, the more easily you move forward. But the moment you try to swim upstream, to resist or redirect the flow, you exhaust yourself. You become tangled in fear. You forget that the river already knows the way. So now, choose to relax, choose to trust, choose to enjoy the journey without needing to know every step. That is where your power lives. In your surrender, not your struggle. Every time you say, I don't need to know how, it is already done, you shift into alignment. Every time you choose peace over panic, belief over doubt, you become magnetic. You invite solutions, opportunities, and synchronicities that you could never have planned for. This is the magic of letting go. Hold your vision, feel your desires, and then set them free. Set them free into the loving flow of life, and know they will return to you in the most beautiful, surprising ways. Detach from the how, not because you're giving up, but because you're trusting more deeply than ever before. And that trust will take you farther than effort ever could. Say it now: I am already rich. Let the words rise from your heart, not your fears. Let them flow through your breath like a gentle wave of truth. Because richness is not something outside of you, it is something within you. It is not something you chase, it is something you claim. Each time you affirm, I am already rich, you are not pretending. You are remembering. You are tuning in to the part of you that has never been without. You are stepping into alignment with the truth that everything you desire is already available to you, right now, in this moment. Riches are not just money. They are freedom, peace, opportunity, beauty, joy, and ease. You can feel those riches today. You can choose to notice them in the sun rising through your window, in the warmth of your tea, in the smile you gave a stranger, in the air that fills your lungs. These are riches. This is wealth. This is proof that abundance is already yours. When you affirm, I am already rich, you rewire your mind. You train yourself to see through the lens of abundance, not lack. You speak to the cells in your body, to your energy field, to the universe, and you say, I am available to receive more. And the universe, always responding to the signal you send, begins to deliver. You are not waiting for riches. You are activating them. With every breath, every affirmation, every act of gratitude, you open yourself to a greater flow of wealth. You become magnetic to the opportunities, ideas, and people that reflect the richness you've already claimed within. The more you affirm your abundance, the less attached you become to what's missing. You stop measuring your wealth by your bank account and instead begin measuring it by your inner state. And ironically, that's when your outer world begins to match your inner vibration. That's when the money begins to flow. That's when the blessings multiply. Because you are no longer operating from need, you are radiating from fulfillment. Say it again, I am already rich. Say it until your body relaxes. Say it until your mind believes you. Say it until every cell in you begins to glow with knowing. Because the truth is, your wealth does not begin when a certain number appears in your account. Your wealth begins the moment you decide to embody it. Affirmations are not just words. They are creative forces. They direct your energy. They tell the universe what to bring more of. And the more you speak from a place of confidence and certainty, the faster your reality begins to rearrange to match it. So today, don't affirm your doubts. Don't affirm your lack. Don't speak of how hard life is or how far you still have to go. Instead, affirm your abundance. Declare your wealth. Celebrate your progress. Own your vision. Speak the life you want into existence. Yes, there may still be bills to pay. Yes, the circumstances may still look small, but what matters more is what you choose to believe. Do you believe in what is, or do you believe in what can be? The person who becomes rich is the one who believes they already are, and from that belief, they take action. From that belief, they walk with faith. From that belief, they receive more than they ever imagined. You are rich in creativity, you are rich in potential, you are rich in wisdom and experience, you are rich in opportunities yet to unfold. And every time you acknowledge this, you raise your vibration, you open doors, you move closer to your desires. So make it a ritual. Morning and night, stand in front of the mirror, look into your own eyes, and say it with love. I am already rich. I am abundant. I am free. I am supported. I am aligned with wealth in all its forms. Let these words become your truth. Let them be the foundation of the life you are building. Speak them not from desperation, but from power. Speak them not because you're trying to convince yourself, but because deep down your soul already knows. And when the old voice rises, the one that says, you're not there yet, or you need to do more, gently smile and whisper back, thank you for your concern, but I choose a new story now. I choose to believe in my abundance. I choose to feel rich now. I choose to live in alignment with all I desire. The more you do this, the more your reality will reflect it. What you affirm daily becomes what you embody naturally. And what you embody, you attract. So say it often, say it boldly, say it until it no longer feels like an affirmation, it simply feels like the truth. I am already rich. And so it is.